What is the nested looped one? You say that for document type, NB, this is the workflow which should be triggered. But you have exception if my document type is NB and my purchase organization is SGM1, then this workflow. For all other cases, it need to follow this workflow. Or you have one more condition, if my document type is NB and my purchase group is 002, then this workflow. So you can create this multiple workflow and you can give the number, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. When you will go down, you should be mentioning more generic ones. So with this approach, what will happen? If this condition meet, system will go for this workflow. If this condition meets, system will go for this workflow. Apart from that, any another purchase order which is created as a document type NB and it does not have a purchase organization SGM1 and it does not have a purchase group 002, everything will fall under this number 3 workflow. Okay, that's it. That is, someone was asking that if you want to create some generic workflows, you can create a generic workflow. Or you can also create a workflow here where you can see, put the last one that condition is blank. Okay, it is no condition is met and approval, rather than mentioning it as auto approval, you can mention some IT user or your some core user it will trigger to. That this is an exceptional case where the condition is not met, it will come to him. Then he need to reject the purchase order. He need to go into the workflow. He need to maintain the conditions, and then the workflow need to be re-triggered. Okay, so that's where you need to maintain on the top more specific one, and then you put generic. That's how you need to maintain. That should be the hierarchy.
So once workflow is let us say assigned to IT user, if some changes has been done in the purchasing order, will it re-trigger, or once workflow is assigned, it is fixed for the life of the document, or it can be changed?
It can be changed. The workflow can be re-triggered, but to workflow need to be re-triggered, first it need to come out from the workflow. So IT user, first thing it need to do, it need to reject it rather than accepting it.
Okay, once it is rejected, somebody will go and update, let us say purchase organization SGM1, then the second workflow will be
triggered. And somebody update the SGM1 purchase organization, workflow will trigger again, and then this workflow would be started.
So the only thing is that the person has to just reject that. That is the control.
Yeah, reject it. And then you need to check what condition, you need to check with the business. I'm just saying IT user, it can be the core user also. And then he need to check with the business that whether we need to maintain, whether we need to make sure that workflow need to be corrected, or we need to make sure the PO need to be corrected.
PO need to be corrected, correct.
Yeah, so that need to be decided.
So this is how we can handle it. Thank you, sir.
Okay.